Hello and welcome. In this video we will learn how to use the multiplication and division properties of inequalities to solve the inequalities. Let us take few examples which will give you an idea of how the inequalities work in terms of using multiplication and division. We know that, say for example, 16 is greater than negative 4, say for example. We know a positive number is greater than a negative number. Let us see what happens if we multiply this number with a positive number. Multiplying with a positive number, say 2, on both sides. (16 times 2) is greater than negative 4 times 2. 32 greater than negative 8, which is true. Now let us multiply the same inequality with a negative number, for example negative 2. Let's do that. Let's draw a line in between. Multiplying with negative 2 on both sides. So that gives you 16 times negative 2 greater than negative 4 times negative 2. This gives you negative 32 greater than negative 4 times negative 2 is positive 8. Now as we can see, negative 32 is greater than 8, which is not true. It is false. Now let us reverse this inequality and see if that would make any sense of this inequality. 32 less than negative 32 less than 8 is true. Now as we can see, if we are multiplying with a negative number, we have to reverse the inequality to make the inequality true. So if we are multiplying with a negative number, we have to reverse the inequality. Let us summarize this in terms of and write the properties of real numbers that for inequalities. Let us do that. Multiplication and division properties of real numbers involving inequalities. For any real numbers a, b and c, the first case is if c is positive and a is less than b, then a times c is less than b times c. Also, a divided by c is less than b divided by c if c is positive. That is one scenario. If c is positive, this would be true. Same way, if a is greater than b, then AC is greater than BC, also A divided by C is greater than B divided by C if C is positive. If the number is positive, these inequalities, the properties are true. Let us see if how the inequalities would change if we take C as a negative number. Case 2. If C is negative, we have seen in an example, if we are multiplying an inequality with a negative number, the inequality would be reversed. So let us do that now. Let us summarize the property. If A is less than B, then AC is greater than BC, because the inequality is reversed now, because C is a negative number. And A divided by C is greater than B divided by C. See, the inequality has reversed. And if A is greater than B, then AC is less than BC, and A divided by C is less than B divided by C. So these are the properties of inequalities for multiplication and division. Now let us see an example. Solve negative 0.4 p greater than 10. P is just a variable, so we are going to solve for p. That is the given equation, given inequality, I'm sorry, greater than 10. That's a given inequality. Now dividing on either side with negative 0.4. Negative 0.4. Remember, we are dividing on either side with negative 0.4. If we are multiplying with a negative number or dividing with a negative number, the inequality would reverse. So we have to keep that in mind. Negative 0.4 p being divided by a negative 0.4. Okay, we have here inequality on the other side. We have 10. Now dividing this with negative 0.4, the inequality would change the direction. Here it is greater than, now it becomes less than, because we are dividing with a negative number. So this becomes p less than, you can use a calculator, or it is negative 25, because I know the answer. P is less than negative 25. So if you draw this on a number line, P takes all the values which are less than negative 25. Say for example, if this is a number line, is negative 25, negative 26, negative 27, negative 28, etc. So P takes all the values which are less than negative 25. So if this is 25, P takes all these values, which are less than negative 25. Now we can write this in a set builder notation as set of all P such that, let's see on a straight line, such that P is less than negative 25. P is set of all numbers, and this line is read as such that P is less than all values which are less than negative 25. Thanks for watching.